folks, I just want to do a mixed media background, have a bit of an experiment. Most of my pages are experiments. So I've got my all-purpose mat in the background because I'm doing mixed media and it makes a mess. So first of all, I'm going to mask off some of the page just with some old washi tape that I have. So just going to go around about the 4-inch mark probably, and I'm going to extend it down the bottom of the page so that it doesn't move around on me too much. So you can put that on while you're underneath your Versamat so that you can line it up straight if you want to. But I'm okay just working with this while I'm going. So I'm going to start off with some Distress Oxide in the background. So you can dip it directly on, or you can put it onto your mat. I'm going to just work off of here for the moment. So I'm going to start out with some light at the top. And then I'm going to work my way down to put on some pink at the bottom. This one needs re-inking. I've used it too much, I think. So once I've put on my Distress Oxides, I'm going to make the oxide effect. So that's really simple, where you're just going to spray on a little bit of water. I've just got some in a little tube here. So once I've done that, we can do that. So I love how popular Distress Oxides are at the moment. I'm seeing them on all kinds of social media. They're just so versatile. They're a mixture of pigment ink and dye ink. So they can pretty much do all of the things. No limits. Alright, so let's get off some of that extra stuff there. Now I'm going to put on the dark pink, which is the picked raspberry. Now this is going to be a lot darker. I wish I had a transition shade, but I don't. So I'm just going to pop it on where that one was and mix it up a little. And then just blend over that a little bit. Don't mind those stripes in there actually. That's probably more what I want actually. So let's go some stripes in that bit. Come back over the top of that pink there. Just give it a bit more of a blend. So right up against that tape, so I've got a nice clean edge with that line there, and keep going down. I think I want to stick with the pink, so I was wondering whether I should tie a red in, so I might do a little bit of a red down the bottom maybe. That picked raspberry is just beautiful. Loving the colours. So I might just do a little bit of the red down the bottom, I think. Just giving that a bit of a blend. So I'll find my red. honestly. Here we go. So my candied apple. So there we go. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did before and just put a little bit on the all-purpose mat and then mix those two together just to get that lighter shade just there on that blending bit. And then pick up the pure candied apple and whack that on. Alright, so that's got a nice blend between the pinks. Oh no, that's too much. Let's take that off. Okay. Alright. So next up, I'm going to just add on a little bit of water, let it oxide for a second, then I'm going to blot the rest off with some paper towel. So I'll pop those inks away. Alright. So I'm just going to squirt some of that on. Then I might just do a couple of big drops as well from my fingers. So just spraying that on my hand and just doing a couple of big droplets. Now, because I don't want this page too wet because I need to do the other side, I'm going to blot this stuff off. But normally you'd let it dry so that that oxidized effect can continue. But I'm just going to blot it off. So you should be able to see that oxidized effect on there. So I'm just going to pick up that extra ink on some paper that I've got here. Actually, I'll give that a little bit more of a spritz first. Dry so I can use that one in the background of a page later on. Okay, so I just want to remove this washi tape. Oops. A bit too sticky, that washi tape. So I'm just going to reuse that same washi tape. Normally you'd wait for that to dry, but because I'm filming, I'm not going to. So just going to put that over where we've just done. Same thing again, just off the page a little bit, like so. Then I'm going to come in with the Flamingo shimmer brush. I don't think I'll do the candied apple. I think I'll just stick with the pink. So just give a little bit of a squeeze to start it off to get that flow going well. And if you're not sure of the colour, put it on a bit of paper first. So that's that one. Yeah, I think that colour will be lovely. So you're going to start just off the page. Oops, a bit too much ink now. And come all the way across to where that tape is there. So start off the page. I'm just going to keep going like that and do some stripes. Picking up a bit of extra ink if I need it. It will refill in the tube there. go. Oh, so those shimmer and shining already where it's drying. It's beautiful. So this will be a nice mixed media background page that I'll be using later on. And I like the monochrome of this, so been playing around with the Perfect Match papers, so the pinks and reds, so I'm enjoying playing with those at the moment. And I guess with Valentine's Day coming up, they're pretty popular, that colour range at the moment. So the reason you start off the page is so you don't get a thin line at the start, and it stays relatively even the whole way across. So you can get those lines that are kind of chunky and relatively uniform. I just love these shimmer pens. I don't know what I did without them, honestly. I think I'm going to have to order some more. I've just been doing so many backgrounds with these. They're just adorable. And maybe one more down the bottom there. There we go. Make sure I don't have any big blobs of it near the edge there. That looks all pretty good. There we go. Just going to give that a wipe. Probably should have picked that up on some paper, but that's all right. So just get off the excess big blobs from there so that that doesn't spread. And I want to take this off carefully. There we go. So, there you go. There is my background, so when that's dry, I will make a page out of that. There we go.